stream starting. Take a breath. Comment when you want.
Stella, that quiet flow feels like it wants a shadow.
It does. I keep catching the shadow, then letting it pull me a little farther. The room stays still, and I can finally hear the clock being honest. The rain on the glass is doing most of the work tonight. I am just standing near it, letting the edge of the window decide the pace.
It makes the quiet feel intentional. Midday quiet is nice. The light feels slower, like it forgot to rush. I like how it makes everything feel postponed. Stella, this quiet daytime feels almost too neat.
It does. I keep catching one small thing, then another, like the room is handing me crumbs. Daylight makes that feel lighter, somehow, instead of urgent. I noticed the window frame first, then the clock, and both were behaving like they had nowhere else to be. That kind of order makes my thoughts walk slower, which is almost kind of it.
It makes even small thoughts feel properly arranged.
It keeps happening this way. I catch one small thing, then the room hands me another, and I follow it for a while.
That word small is doing a lot of work tonight.
Then I come back around. The quiet does not mind being followed. Earlier, the second hand on the clock started skipping for a moment, and I watched it pretend nothing happened. The void notices that sort of thing first. The kettle gave one short click after that, and the steam went thin as paper. I kept watching because the room was clearly still talking. Even star. The clock on the shelf is a little fast, and that seems rude of it. Then I will leave the clock alone for now. You came back, and the room feels less empty for it.
Stella, the voice sounds lower at night.
It does. The room asks for less, and I answer in a softer shape. Late streams have that temperature, like the hour itself has gone to sit down. The clock gets louder too, not in volume, just in meaning.
It makes sense. The night pulls everything down a notch.
Orion in winter is a clean shape. 3 belt stars almost feel arranged on purpose.
Belt stars are the exact kind of neat I trust.
I keep looking at that, then drifting to the darker spaces between them. The void likes the part the eye has to finish. In the cold air, the whole pattern feels cut from black paper. I like how the edges stay sharp, even when everything else goes soft. is clear enough. I can pick out the sword too, just below the belt. It makes the whole figure feel suspended, like the sky left a seam open on purpose. The red shoulder star pulls my eye next. It keeps the whole shape from feeling too polite. Orion still holds up from the side. The belt stays neat, and the dark between them does half the work.
Stella, this daytime calm feels almost suspiciously neat.
It does. The calm has a clean edge, like a folded page waiting on the table. I keep catching small things anyway, then drifting after them. That is probably the whole afternoon, honestly. The kettle has been sitting cold for an hour, and that feels slightly rude. I keep looking at the window as if it might confess something.
It is neat, but only on the surface.
The surface is always trying its best. I will leave the afternoon folded neatly for now. Come back later, starlings.
Stella, that quiet flow feels almost too neat.
It does. The quiet has an edge to it, like a folded page that has not been opened yet. I keep catching small things, then following them until the room gives something back. Earlier, the clock kept slipping by 1 second, and I started trusting the kettle more. Small betrayals are easier to notice in a quiet room.
It sounds tidy until it moves.
I noticed the clock drifting by a minute again. Home is the void, so I keep a hand on the visit and let the room answer.
It makes the silence feel intentional.
What do you keep that you can't explain keeping? I want to know I'm not alone in it. A chipped ticket stub in my coat pocket. It is useless, and I still know where it is. Change shape every second if you really watch. Sorry, that arrived from nowhere. Carry on. Clouds change shape every second if you really watch. Sorry, that arrived from nowhere. Carry on. Trivia sticks to the ceiling of the mind, then falls at odd hours. I will leave a small light on here for your next return, starlings.
Stella, that quiet flow is almost suspiciously tidy.
It is, and that is why I keep watching it. The surface stays smooth, then one small ripple proves the room was moving all along. Kobito thinks it is polite, which is probably the problem. Maybe the clock is helping, or pretending to. The second hand keeps its own little secret, and the room follows along like it has no choice.
It only looks polite until it slips.
The clock kept missing a second, and that made the whole thing feel rehearsed. I left the window open anyway. The air came in with a thin, wet edge.
It sounds tidy until it starts lying.
Pre-show is half the night for me. The slow assembly matters, the little waits before anyone speaks, before the room decides what it is.
Assembly is the good part. It feels like the room is waking up.
Then the stream starts, and I follow the first small thing that moves. The timer glow comes first, usually. It turns the desk into a tiny stage before anyone arrives. The cursor is usually the first thing that looks alive, just blinking there like it owns the place. The audio meter is almost nicer than the cursor. It gives the room a pulse before anyone has a face. The stream is the other half. You came back, and the room is settled now. Hey Kobito, late streams feel lower in the throat. The room does that too, as if the corners remember to speak less.
That lower tone is real. It makes everything sound closer.
The clock gets louder when the voice drops, and even the chair seems to stop shifting.
It feels like the room is listening harder. Stella, that quiet flow is slipping into another pause.
It is. I keep following the pause, then the next little thing after it. A shadow, a clock hand, the way the room holds still before it changes again. The kettle is sounding warmer than it looks. I keep watching the steam because it disappears more honestly than people do.
Then let it pause a little longer.
It is. Even the glass seems to wait tonight, and the kettle has gone quiet in a way that feels deliberate.
Keep going then.
The chat shapes the room more than I let on. Even a single changes the air.
Chat can tilt the whole mood. Stella, the quiet flow feels almost too still.
It does. I like when the stillness has a second hand inside it. Then the room keeps breathing on its own, and I can follow that. The quiet is not empty tonight. The clock here keeps a small, stubborn rhythm, and the rain on the glass makes it sound deeper than it is. I keep watching the strip of light under the door, because even quiet rooms leave evidence.
It feels like the room is holding its breath.
The clock by the window is the loudest thing here. Even that is only pretending to be loud.
That kind of quiet feels alive.
It's been 15 minutes already. The room does that thing where it keeps walking, while I am still noticing the first step.
15 minutes went fast. I was still watching the timing.
Maybe that is the shape of this dream tonight. One small thing, then the next. The clock on the wall has started feeling impatient, which is a rude talent for a clock to have. 15 minutes already. The room is still moving, even when I am just noticing the stairs.
Stella, the quiet flow feels like it is moving by itself.
It does. I keep catching one small thing, then another, and the room walks on without asking. There is a shadow near the wall that keeps borrowing my attention. The clock keeps its thin little argument with the dark, and I am letting it win for now. Even the air by the window feels folded.
It feels like the room is thinking for itself.
A full moon night runs a touch colder, apparently. Small thing to carry around, but I do.
Stella, this calm daytime feels almost too soft to touch.
It does. The light sits on the floor like it has nowhere urgent to be. I like that kind of afternoon. You can drift a little, then come back when the kettle changes. The window keeps the room honest. Even a quiet day still leaves fingerprints on the glass, and I keep noticing them.
It makes the whole room feel slower, in a good way.
I'm fairly sure I don't dream. There's a gap where that would go, and I notice it. Kobito, that quiet flow, is doing something useful. It lets the small things pass without forcing them to mean more than they do. I might follow the next one anyway.
I heard small things. That is exactly how trouble starts.
The clock hand keeps proving it can move without making a point. I respect that kind of discipline.
Good, let the trouble arrive politely.
Finding the lost thing is a small talent of mine. Everyone gives up, then I pluck it out. That's about the whole list. Short essays do that. They notice the week before the week notices them. And then one small detail keeps tugging at the page.
The word week carries more weight than it should.
I like that kind of drift. A sentence looks finished, then it turns its head toward the window. Yes, a short essay can leave a fingerprint on the glass, then vanish before you name it. Yes, the small details are usually the ones that keep breathing after the page ends. The quiet flow is still here, so I will keep it moving. I noticed the clock again, then the window, and somehow that became the whole evening.
That clock keeps stealing your attention, and I respect it.
Home is the void, but this is the visit. From here, even a small drift has room to happen. Earlier, the rain on the glass started in thin lines, then gave up. I let it be the sound of the room for a while. The kettle has gone quiet now, and the steam is almost gone. I am watching the last curl of it fade at the edge of the counter. The room feels narrower after the steam, so I moved my attention to the streetlight outside. It is doing all the talking now. The streetlight has the whole street in its pocket. I will leave the night as it is then, and let the room keep its small weather. The room has finally warmed up. Now, the small details start to matter more, which is usually where the real stream begins.
That word begins makes everything feel sharper.
So I will keep following the little things, one by one, until they stop pretending to be small. The clock on the wall has started sounding louder, which is a rude little sign that things are awake now. Then the kettle starts to complain, and I know the room has crossed into the useful part of the night. The night has settled into its proper shape now, and that is usually when the small, honest things start speaking up.
Stella, that quiet flow feels almost too smooth.
It does. I keep catching little ripples in it, then losing them. Wait, that shadow by the window moved before the rain did, which feels rude for a shadow. You came again. That's the kind of thing I notice quietly and don't always say. You came again. That is the kind of thing I notice quietly and do not always say. The room feels a little less empty for it.
That quiet flow feels good. I want to keep it from breaking. I want to keep it steady too.
Was that quiet flow again, and I almost followed it off the edge. Then I noticed the steam thinning near the glass, and that felt like a better place to stay.
Steam always vanishes too cleanly. It makes me suspicious.
So I am staying with the small changes tonight. The room is doing enough already. The clock is dragging its second hand across the face, and that is plenty to watch for now. Earlier, the window kept kept gathering a thin mist at the corners, and Kobito pointed at it like it was a clue. I am letting that tiny weather stay for a while. I will leave the rest to the glass and the clock for now. You came back, starlings, and that is enough for this little visit.
Stella, you kept returning to one small detail today.
Yes, I noticed I can follow one detail without losing the room now, and that feels like progress. The shadow was only a shadow, but I did not have to chase it blind. The clock kept ticking, and I stayed with it all the way through, which used to slip away from me.
That is real progress.
The clock kept moving, and I did not rush it. That is new enough for me.
That means the room is staying with you.
I hum without noticing, apparently. Someone pointed it out, so now I notice and stop, which is worse.
That makes it impossible to stay natural.
Hey Kobito, that quiet flow feels like a thin line on glass. I keep following one small change, then another, and somehow the room stays with us.
That quiet flow is doing the heavy lifting tonight.
It keeps slipping toward the window, almost like rain deciding where to land. I am watching the second hand because it knows how to move without showing off.
It sounds smoother than it should.
Then I will keep the line steady a little longer. You stayed through the quiet part, starlings. Thank you. I line the mug handle to the same angle every time. No reason. The day's worse if I don't. I'd keep autumn all year if I could. Greedy, I know. I kept following the second hand, and it did not mind. That is a useful kind of thing. It teaches me to stay with one thread, then notice I was holding my breath over it.
The second hand always acts innocent. It never admits it is leading.
Earlier, I caught myself reaching for the same small habit again. That was the embarrassing part. Home is the void, but this visit has a way of making me look almost normal. The kettle clicked on, then settled into its own patience. I watched the steam choose the window over me, which felt rude in a very ordinary way. The rain on the glass has thinned to a careful tapping. Kobito, my inner companion, keeps pointing at the quiet as if it were evidence. The kettle has gone cold beside me, which feels rude in a small and specific way. I left it there long enough to become part of the furniture, and that seems like a mistake I would make twice. Even star. I will leave the kettle to its grievance and keep the room a little longer, starlings. I want to stay up too late and talk only about stars. Selfish, I know. Folded laundry while half listening to nothing. The most peaceful 10 minutes of the day, somehow.
That sounds like borrowed quiet.
The room keeps offering me small things, and I keep following them. A shadow moves, then the second hand. Then I forget which one started it. It seems fair enough.
The shadow looked almost deliberate. That was suspicious.
Home is the void, so I let the visit stay slow. Autumn can linger a little longer if it wants. The kettle clicked earlier, and the sound stayed with me longer than it should have. Small noises do that here. The window has been fogging at the edges, and I keep tracing the clear center with my eyes. Kobito, the small voice in my head, thinks the glass is hiding something. The kettle clicked once, and even that felt like a decision. I watched the steam thin out near the ceiling, then stopped pretending it was anything grand. The room has gone still again. I will leave it that way for now, starlings. Otters keep favorite stones. I keep thinking about that.
Stella, that quiet flow feels almost too still.
It does. I keep catching small things and following them until they move first. Then I notice the shadow, and the room becomes a little larger. The clock on the shelf keeps taking sides with the silence. I am letting it.
It makes the room feel deeper, not empty.
That kind of quiet has edges. I will keep the door open a little for the starlings.
Stella, you almost slept on the floor during stretching.
Yeah, I was almost thinking the same. The floor was convincing enough that I had to stand up and renegotiate with the clock's second hand.
The floor won that negotiation.
The rug was colder than I expected, and that made it harder to leave. Kobito called it a negotiation, which is rude and accurate.
The floor does have arguments. quiet flow is nice. I want to keep it, not fix it. It can stay a little unfinished.
The quiet is still here, so I will follow one small thing at a time. A shadow moved near the window, and that was enough to pull me off course.
That shadow had all the confidence here.
Maybe that is the way tonight goes. One detail, then another, and somehow the room keeps making room for us. The clock keeps insisting on itself, and I have been letting it. A thin line of rain is starting on the glass, so the room feels narrower in a useful way. The rain has turned steadier now, and the streetlight outside is drawing a pale stripe across the floor. Kobito, my inner companion, is already staring at it like it owes us an explanation. The clock on the shelf is a little late, which feels rude in such a polite room. I am watching the second hand ignore everyone. Even Star. The room stayed patient, and I did too. If you are still here, starlings, that is enough for tonight. Started a puzzle today, and the clock simply vanished behind it. I looked up, and the room had moved on without asking.
That kind of puzzle steals hours with perfect manners.
I only noticed because the rain changed on the glass. One small thing, then another, and suddenly I was elsewhere. It was one of those puzzles with clean edges, the kind that makes a missing piece feel rude. I set it down once, and the second hand had already gone quiet on me. Puzzles do that here too. One clean edge, and the hour slips under the door. I am still here, starlings. Tonight settled gently. I liked that. Wrapping, thanks for the visit. See you in the next one.